Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me to speak to you today at such an important event. I am delighted that the annual forum has become a tremendous success and want to congratulate the CEPA's entire team for their excellent work. The dynamics in the international security environment remain high. We face diverse and often unprecedented challenges that call for a revision of the current NATO strategic concept. NATO remains the main pillar of Euro-Atlantic security and defense policy. Allied security guarantees stemming from Article 5 of the Washington Treaty are particularly important in view of the changes in the security environment that have occurred over the last few years. Today, the security situation is marked by the confrontational policy and military posture of Russia, growing instability in the South, the volatile situation in the broader Middle East, and in the Indo-Pacific extremist narratives and acts of terrorism, as well as the ever-growing cyber and energy security threats. Let me focus here on the key aspects of the security of NATO's eastern flank. Regrettably, there are no signs of positive change, with Russia's military posture and build-up, particularly the militarization of the Kaliningrad district and Crimea, accompanied by extensive military exercises and the development of new weapons systems, are a serious source of concern. In early 2021, we observed a demonstrative build-up of Russia's military forces along Ukraine. The recently concluded Zapad 21 exercise demonstrated Russia's military strength near NATO border and its comprehensive toolbox of available means, that ability of conduct multi-domain offensive operations and to control the dynamics of conflict escalation, as well as further military integration with Belarus. Similarly, we have experienced an increased number of hybrid activities against our nations. Addressing these activities, including the most recent attempt by the Belarusian regime to cause a crisis in the EU by triggering another migration wave, requires new doctrines and tools. Therefore, the North Atlantic Alliance has to remain potent, agile, and politically coherent, so that its strength remains unshaken and its guarantees credible. NATO's new strategic concept must pave the way for a broad spectrum of responses to the threats and challenges we face. Let me highlight some of the key areas that should be clearly reflected in the concept. First, collective defense. Needless to say, all three essential core tasks from the present strategic concept remain valid. But it's important to strike the right balance between them. Collective defense must be reinforced as the primary task of the alliance. Second, NATO has to continue with military adaptation. The new strategic concept must confirm allies' commitment to further strengthen NATO's deterrence and defense posture, to improve readiness and to modernize NATO force structure. Third, we need to ensure the alliance's ability to respond to the newest challenges: hybrid activities, emerging and disruptive technologies, or terrorism pose an increasing risk, and the new concept must provide a guidance on that. Fourth, cooperation with partners, especially those on the eastern flank, as well as the European Union. Reconfirmation of the NATO's open door policy is also important. Finally, coherent policy towards Russia. There is no clear change in the Russian pattern of behavior. NATO's dual-track approach to Russia, with a consolidation of the deterrence and defense policy, but also with a readiness for a constructive dialogue from both sides, should remain unchanged. Last but not least, for the alliance to remain viable, the transatlantic bond is vital. It needs to embrace strategic and political consultations, visible and enduring US military presence, prepositioning of equipment and stockpiles, combined training and exercises. Poland is fully aware of its responsibility in this regard. We are actively engaged in strengthening NATO's deterrence and defense in all strategic directions, participating in the alliance's operations and missions, and contributing significant forces and capabilities to NATO's initiatives. We continue to invest in military capabilities, crucial for both our and NATO's defenses. To sum up, I am confident we all agree that there is a need to revise NATO's strategy. To achieve that, it must properly balance expectations by all allies and ensure that NATO remains strong and effective, ready to face all the traditional and emerging challenges. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a fruitful discussion.